So myself, Christoph and Francisca just had a great walk this morning all around Santorini, and we are just about to have breakfast and then set sail away. And just as we're about to leave, we get joined by the Queen Victoria cruise ship behind us, and it makes this boat look absolutely tiny, but we have a better boat. We have just arrived on the island of Ios, or Eos, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, and we've just been brought here to our own little private beach, which is just awesome. There's a couple of yachts out there, but we have this little beach all to ourselves where we're going to have lunch and just spend the day swimming and snorkeling, and Christoph there being lazy and sleeping.
Precioso.
No, bueno, este no, te estamos haciendo valpilla.
Sí.
Es un museo.
Es precioso para la pieza del Alonso.
The big one is the big one. I mean, this is the big one. 34, 34 is this. 34, 34, 24.
So we've made it to the island of Paros, actually probably the prettiest place we've come to yet. It's just filled with lots of small winding streets, lots of shops, but really beautiful buildings, all white, just really, really pretty here. Well, yet again, myself, Christoph and Francisca have woken up before everyone else, and we have come into Paros purely because this is exactly how we imagine Greece to look. Lots of small roads, winding, everything white. It's probably the prettiest place we've seen on this trip so far, and coming here before everyone is up, it's just the most beautiful place. And if you've never been to Greece or never been to Paros, I highly, highly recommend it. Buenos dias, YouTubers. Great morning ahead today. We have just arrived on Delos Island, and you can see all behind me. This is actually the largest archaeological site in the whole of Europe, and it is home to the birthplace of Artemis and Apollo. These are the kind of trips I love, seeing all the history, all the archaeology, so I'm going to get lots of clips for you.
Protect themselves from the indiscreet eyes, and that's why in many cases, you know, they didn't have any windows. Very rarely did they have windows on the outside. The canal itself is the limit, and it is continuing outside. There have been found about 300 mosaic floors on this island. No, griego. No problem. No, because many theaters have been multi-teatrali, sono stati alternati.
So it's incredibly hot here on the island. It's just the most fascinating place. It just keeps going on, and all these ruins. Amazing. Now, because it's so hot, everyone has decided to go back on the speedboat and go back to the yacht because it's too much walking, and it's you know, it's so incredibly hot out here. I didn't want to go back. I wanted to see more. And if you can see behind me is where the highest point of the island is, and that's exactly the kind of thing I like to do. So I've decided to go on a little walk up to the top. I want to see the view looking down on all the ruins, and I'm also just going to take a little look around the museum that you can see behind me there. Right, it's time to climb to the top. Well, I made it. That was a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be, but so completely worth it. The view from up here is amazing. So I'm going to let you enjoy the view while I catch my breath back. One of the really fascinating things about Delos is all the international people that came here. They all coexisted, they all brought their own religions with them because they were all only interested in the same thing, and that was trade. So everyone got along, and it meant that everyone got to build for their own religions. And where I am right now is the sanctuary of the Egyptian gods and the Syrian.